This is insane. I spent the last week finding and testing a tool that automatically turns your raw footage into perfectly ready to go rough cuts. And the best part, it's usable in all the most popular editing apps. I actually help produce YouTube videos for a living, so this literally saves me hours a week, and I hope it does for you as well. By the end of this video, you'll know how to automatically remove all bad takes and silences, and even know how to make infinite rough cuts to test out different B-roll and music. So first of all, what is this magical tool? Well, it's called Buttercut, and it is completely open source, which means it's free. All you have to do is download it through a website called GitHub, where people can upload their own code. Now, don't worry, I know it's a little bit scary. The second I mentioned the word code, I'm a vibe coder. I don't know how to code, and I still was able to download this. So how does this tool actually work? Basically, it uses Claude AI. Claude being one of the most popular AI tools out there at the moment, because it is just revolutionizing every industry, being able to generate you $10,000 websites in 5 minutes. Claude is insane. If you're not using Claude, please start using Claude. Basically, it uses Claude to transcribe what you're saying in the video. So it's transcribing what I'm talking about right now, and I can just speak to Claude kind of like a chatbot. I can just say, hey Claude, I want you to remove the bad takes out of this video, and maybe also just remove the ums and the ahs, because I say that a lot, and you can really just get quite specific with what you actually want the end result to look like. On top of understanding what you're saying, it actually also makes a separate transcript of what it is visually looking at. So that way it can compare what you're saying versus what is actually happening on screen. Once it understands these two things, that's when it comes to life, and it can actually just output any kind of rough cut that you can imagine. So you can actually feed it a folder and say, I've got 10 different pieces of footage. They're just like cinematic B-roll, and I want you to make one rough cut where maybe you use more B-roll between talking points as like a transition, or maybe you make a second rough cut where you've got the B-roll just playing throughout the video. It then exports what's called an XML file, which basically just means you can import that into any of the top popular editing software, right? So I'm talking Premiere Pro, DaVinci, and even Final Cut. That probably covers most people making content on YouTube. For someone like myself who makes 16 videos a month, helping business owners make YouTube marketing, this is such a game changer. And all you need to get started is access to Claude Code and your computer. So I'm kind of being a bit cheeky here and presuming that you use Claude because it's basically the best AI model, in my opinion, out there at the moment. I'm not even going to talk about all the other incredible use cases in your day-to-day life that Claude can do for you, but this is just the cherry on top. Okay, so I'm going to be frank with you. The installation process is probably going to take a little bit of time because you have to go back and forth, talking to Claude Code, accepting the permissions, and just letting it slowly download it over time. And I'm going to go ahead and share on screen all the steps and the prompts that I went through in order to download it so that you can just do it easily and refer back to this video. Okay, so what I've done here, I've just opened up Claude on the web and I've just said like, hey, can you refer back to the previous conversation we had where I installed this Buttercut tool. And now I'm just going to ask it, how can we access it again? Okay, let's see what it says. So I have to open Ubuntu, and next navigate to the Buttercut folder. Copy this and we just paste. It's taken me to the folder. Now we're going to launch Claude Code. Again, I'm literally just going to listen to what Claude is telling me to do. The other thing that is really important that I probably should have said at the beginning is that don't go and just randomly download people's code. There are so many hackers out there at the moment just releasing their own AI code tools. So you've got to be really careful. Now, this is the fun part. We just tell it, hey, I want to build a new library. And now it's going to ask me to log in. /login. Sign in with Claude subscription. Okay, I'm just going to paste that in and I'm going to authorize it. Okay, so you'll get your code here and then just paste it, click enter, login successful. Now we press enter again and we come back here. We've got that already launched and now we can say, I want to build a library. Let's see what happens. Okay, so basically now it's saying the settings are ready. What do you want me to call this project library? Buttercut demo 2. Okay, cool. So now it's saying, where are your video files? You can drag the folder or individual files directly into this chat. I am just going to go ahead and paste my folder location in. Your folder location is going to be different to mine, but I just took some raw footage for a video that I made and I literally just came up here, copied it, and then I'm good to go. It's basically going to ask you, are you sure you want to give me access to do these things for you? And you just want to say yes. I typically, if I can, try and do option 2 so that it doesn't prompt you as much. We want the language in English. Okay, so I know it's a little bit annoying, but all of this will take time. Now, if I come back here, once the processing finishes, we can now just kind of paste in this prompt. So feel free to copy the one that I have on screen, but basically what it says is create a rough cut, remove all repeated takes, silences, and gaps. Keep only the best single take of each point. The footage is from, and then I've talked about my specific camera, shooting stereo audio. The reason I've mentioned that is because the first time I tested it, when I imported the file into Premiere Pro, which is my editing software, it was giving me a weird error regarding my audio. Now I'm just going to go ahead and click enter and watch it work its magic. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it says it doesn't actually have the visual transcript, so I'm going to say run visual analysis first, please. And I'm going to say yes. Number 2, yes, again for number 2. So it's telling us here it's made this funky little file. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to ask it to cut it down to about 3 to 5 minutes and remove all the bad takes. It looks like it's ready. So I also, in the meantime, just double checked. Apparently, in terms of audio, I'm not too sure actually if you can test out different songs in the rough cuts, but you certainly can test out different A-roll and B-roll rough cuts. So now that we've got it ready, let's see if we can import it. So I'm going to go into Premiere, File, Import, Rough Cuts. Here we go. 1846. Okay, 1846. It's the moment of truth. All right. Now, it's not going to immediately know where your actual original video footage is, so you're just going to have to locate it, which shouldn't take too long. Okay, so I've just located my footage. All I have to do is double click. If we drag on this one, this is the original footage, right? It's 25 minutes. Now, look at this. I asked for just like not a big rough cut, but look at this. This is insane. Look at that. There's no dead air in there. Look at the audio waves. Maybe there's some mistake. Oh, hang on. There's a little mistake at the end here. But like, that is unbelievable. Do you know how much time that saves? Not having to go through and get rid of the bad takes. That's unbelievable. This is something every single creator needs to start using today. Okay, so here's the big picture. This isn't replacing editors. It's removing the most painful part of the process, going through the raw footage. You're still making all the creative decisions, but you're just starting from something instead of nothing. The more footage you throw at it, the more useful this becomes. I can actually see this being way more powerful for people in the movie industry who have to deal with literally hundreds of hours of bad takes for 2-hour movies. It's free, it's only getting better, and once you follow this tutorial, you basically can just start using it on your computer. Please, if you at all found this helpful, I am on a mission to help people grow their brands and businesses on YouTube, but trying to remove the guesswork and just following the data on what actually works, improving your systems and doubling down on things that give you back your time. So if you want to join along for the journey, I would appreciate it so much if you subscribed and supported the channel. Thank you so much for watching.